Hey guys, and welcome to another hype video for the playoffs of Duo Esports Season 4. This is for Sad Boys. I am joined by my lovely guest, Mother Beep and Meow, and RoboDad. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
We won't waste too much time. Let's just go right into the questions. So tell me how your guys' team was formed and how you guys got the roster you guys have going into playoffs.
So mostly,
Oh, we lost the camera.
our team was mostly formed by just he and I deciding that we were tired of drama that I experienced on some teams before in the previous season and on other teams outside of Duo. And we decided that we wanted to make our own team where we could control the environment and have a really family positive atmosphere. And as far as our roster, we mostly just went through people that we knew personally and had duoed with for a long time, or we had played with in Duo or knew from Duo.
Anything you would like to add, RoboDad?
It all came together rather quickly, which was both scary, but I think worked out really well in our favor. I'm very confident in everyone that was here on our team. Everyone's great. It's always you always have a pretty good feeling going into the week, even though playoffs are coming up. I'm still very confident in our ability to get the job done, not only on a team level but an individual, personal level. So yeah, worked out great.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can't complain, I guess, too much about being the third place seed team currently. So definitely, I can't. I mean, and I know a lot of the players you guys picked up. They were a lot of them played in the previous season. Fridge, Dad, Damn Tater Tots. I don't believe was the jungle in a what was it? What's the jungle's name again? I can't remember off the top of my
Pod
head.
Piss, but he had played with ESG before.
Gotcha. And everybody knows ESG is a high quality team. At least it was last season. Um, but yeah, you guys have had great success this season. It's been good to see, honestly, because I liked a lot of the players on your guys like from previous seasons or like the last season, at least that I have been around. So I was glad to see you guys have success. Let's go ahead and hop into the next question, which kind of is a great transition. Are you guys happy with how the regular season went? And if not, what would you have changed? Other than obviously just winning every game.
Um, Still pretty happy how the regular season went. I mean, we would have loved to have been in first or second place, to get that bye, of course. But hey, I think though at the end of the season we slumped a little bit, that we'll be able to correct those issues going forward. I think it was actually a good thing for our team. I think it was best that we didn't come into this thing in first or second. Kind of got a check because we started the season hot. Still had good games, but just didn't close out and do some things that we know that we can do. Um, so still very confident in how it's gone. Like I said, would have loved to have got the first or second, but I think we're going to do just fine here in third place and take the whole thing.
Anything you'd like to add, Mother Beep Meow?
I think that as our first season as a team, we've done really well, and honestly, I'm just really happy with everyone's performance.
Anything outside of game that you guys would have changed? Practice more, maybe change your style. Is anything like that that you guys sticks out to you as maybe like you wish you would have done earlier or done differently?
Maybe not had our first scrim like a week and a half ago.
That's
Um,
definitely
we've been practicing not a lot,
gotcha.
so maybe a little bit more of that.
A little bit more practice. I mean, that's definitely always a good thing. I mean, practice makes perfect. So, all right. Well, so I wouldn't obviously expect you guys to want to change very much because you guys still had a pretty good record. I mean, it just happened to be the top three teams all had really good records, with like a handful of losses at most. So, moving right along, who is the guy? Who is your guys' main shot caller or person that you would attribute to leading your team to success? It doesn't necessarily have to be the person making calls in games. It can also just be a person that you think is a big reason why you guys win.
Go for me. All right. I was actually talking to our jungler Hot Pets last night and just telling just how I appreciated his aggressive play. He tends to make, from my understanding, going to be mom. Kind of get my feedback off of what happened there from mom and just what people tell me. But it seems like he's the first one in calls, and so it's kind of obvious to tell that he's generally the one making those aggressive play calls. And I'm really proud of the group for following on those calls, even if they're not the best at times. He is very perceptive of his play, always looking to grow, looking to do better in the next fight. So I would attribute a lot of aggressive calls to him and his synergy with Fridge in the top lane. They're very confident in each other, and they're usually on champions that synergize well to not only work well, in a top jungle duo, but really benefit our team in the team fights. Are usually big pillar players in the fights and have to be on the more aggressive shot calling side for us to get the fights we want and get things done, which I think has separated us from teams in the league and will continue to do so going forward.
Well, that was an awesome answer. Do you have anything to add?
I would just say definitely it's Pest. I'm probably maybe the secondary shot caller. I do targeting in fights, but Pest is definitely the main shot caller.
Well, and that's good. I kind of would have. Honestly, I could have told you guys who looking at from the outside in, because I know that the Tater Sauce can be vocal. I didn't think Fridge would be, just because it just doesn't seem like Fridge's personality as far as I know him. Okay, so the jungle is your guys' current, which I think is usually the most popular. Jungle support, honestly, you usually do the majority of it. It's just kind of like easier since they're usually more mobile around the map. All right, well, thank you very much, because looking from the outside, I probably couldn't know any of that. So moving on into the next question, which is kind of similar, but it's just a little different in the sense that, so what is your guys' internal MVP for the regular season? And because this can be more attributed just to, doesn't have to be involved with making calls at all. It could just be straight up who brings the most value to your guys' team in a variety of different ways.
It's definitely a toss up on the starting roster. I will say as far as on the entire roster, I gotta give my MVP to our sub jungler Tra. Just from being there from the start, he always was open to fill in. Made sure he was ready. Even if we didn't get the win, he was there and he showed, which says a lot about him. Not only as a player but as a person.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the game's more about skill, and it's being a good person and being adaptable, ready to change if you have to, be ready at a moment's notice to fill in for some shoes that are pretty big. Pest is a great jungler, and Scrub got in there, did his thing. So on that, I would give it to him. Gameplay wise, on most of our starting rosters, like I said, it's a pretty big toss up. Everyone contributes so much. But I don't know, who would you go on just like our starting roster? Who you think's the MVP as far as kind of what we've gone over, the personal? I mean, aside from yourself, I think you're very much a pillar on the team, but try not to be biased on this one here. Also, I can get slapped.
Yeah, because I'm totally gonna say myself. No. I think probably internally, like the person who always keeps the team in good spirits, I'd have to be Fridge. And I think that makes him a really special player. His comms are always positive as long as he's not screaming, and we love him for it.
Sure, he screams whenever he Scion ults. What is it that Scion says? I'm sure he does it, though. I'm sure that's the kind of person Fridge is.
It doesn't. I don't think he really says anything. He just kind of bellows.
Just bellows. It's more of just a noise coming from him. Well, I mean, I'm sure I can't. I wish we had more recordings. I know we try to do recordings for in-game comms, but I'm sure that would be just a treat to listen to Fridge doing some bellowing in chat. But anyway, let's move on to your guys' playoff matchup this coming week, since you guys have a matchup for the considered quarterfinals, correct? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. But you guys play Killer Whale Brigades, if I'm correct. And so you guys are the heavy favorites, I believe, going into it. But all the Iron, Bronze, Silver, Gold teams, and I've told this to pretty much multiple teams that I've interviewed, almost every team, that Iron, Bronze, Silver, Gold teams, they have like the closest skill level between almost every single team that's in the playoffs. There was like the big drop off from teams that didn't make the playoffs, but like even Killer Whale Brigades and up have all had their moments of success. So what do you guys think of them going into this? And just what's on your guys' plate here? You don't have to necessarily reveal any strategy, obviously, but feel free to give us any insight you guys have coming into this matchup.
So KWP burned us the first time we played them with a full team roster swap. That was cute. And as a result, we've kind of seen them swap their roster around a lot. I think they rarely play their listed roster or something like that. So we're a lot more prepared this time around. And I don't really know that they're going to be able to curveball us because we've done a lot of homework.
Yeah, I think that's honestly, you mentioned that, and I think that's a lot of how they've won a lot of their games is being kind of like throwing a team off and then taking really good advantage of that, which I mean is a style in its own right. I mean, there's definitely, and that's really honestly effective in best of ones, but best of threes that might be slightly harder to pull off. So, do you guys feel like best of threes are going to benefit you guys in this series, or do you guys think? I mean, I'm based off what I just said, I would assume so, but yeah, are you guys excited to play them in a best of three format instead of the normal best of one?
Sorry. Definitely looking forward to it. Speaking to their flexibility, I think it actually makes the best of three a little bit more difficult into a team like KW because they just have the flex anyone they want on a 10-man roster, which is totally fine. Like you said, we've done homework for it. I think they'll be running a bit more solidified roster at least into game one. Just kind of what I'm thinking on it. But like we said, we've done the homework. We've got some backup. But aside from that, I think it'll be a really really fun series. Hoping for the clean 2-0. Don't want to have the heart palpitations going on.
Yeah.
But if so, then so. I said earlier, very confident in our team to get the job done. KWB, like everyone in the playoffs, they're there for a reason,
Mm-hmm.
and they're looking to get the championship just as much as we are. So it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm very confident in our team. Yeah, we'll have to see come Sunday.
Before I get your guys' predictions on the outcome of this series, what do you guys looking at? Maybe, and maybe you could tell me if you don't want to reveal anything. I'm not trying to pry for information or anything. What are you guys looking at as like a thing you guys are trying to stop from them? Like, what is their strength that you guys think that you guys have identified that maybe you have some sort of plan? Not, you don't have to again tell me anything about the plan, but just what is something that like you guys maybe just a little teaser of what to expect from what you guys have done your research on.
Um, Personally, we've already covered the flexibility, so it
Mm-hmm.
only allows you to do so much in the pick ban phase. You kind of got to put your best foot, just your best data out there. Um, Give it your go, especially in game one. The benefit is that we're in a game series here, so we've got the option to refine that. Say, hey, they did this in G1, expected it. We'll fix it for game two, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but just aside from that, I think that it's definitely going to add the depth, make it super super interesting. As far as what we will be doing, go against it into a team like AW. There's only so much you can do in the pick ban,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to take what you get with that, of course, like I said. But also, you kind of get picked strengths for sure, and may the best team win. Most definitely is a good option to take with them. It's just because you can sit there and try and bury yourself, pick ban, things like that. We don't want to put people on things they're not comfortable with just to counter what they're looking to do. Definitely want to take away as much as what we think they want to do as possible, and then put what we have are most confident, champ selections, compositions into what they're looking, what remaining is in their champ.
So, kind of my biggest takeaway from what you were talking about was you guys were making you're more focusing on your play style and things that you guys can do well than necessarily trying to stop anything they do. Is that correct? Am I getting the right kind of gist of that?
Yeah, definitely. So since there's only so much you can do into them, I think with us just polishing up a lot of the things that slumped on in recent week,
Mm-hmm.
I think will carry us through the series. That's no discredit to KWB. I think they're a great team, but I do think that when we polish up, some of the things we slumped on, I think that we're the best team on the road.
That's definitely a great way to play it out. I mean, that's kind of, I would say, kind of like Active Rush, how we play it, how we kind of just want to make it to where it's the kind of, what's the best word I'm looking for here? The most standard game possible because we just think we are just better, right? And I think that's kind of the approach you guys are taking, which I love. I mean, that's what my team does, so I definitely agree with it. Now, can I get your guys' predictions? Each of you kind of tell me what. So you guys definitely expect to be winning, right? So it's definitely a 2-0-2-1. What are you gonna? I want to know your futuristic prediction on how you guys are gonna win the series.
One moment for cat interference.
It's okay. My cat is sitting right over here licking herself, so not happen to be meowing in the camera though. There she is, actually. Right there. Through the door.
So I think that it's probably going to be a 2-1 series. I feel like KWB might be able to throw, maybe one good solid curveball and take us off of our game. But I think that we've got some of our own. And I think that even if we lose game 1 or game 2, we'll be able to come back and take the other 2. So.
Do you have what's your prediction, RoboDad?
All right. So as for me, I think they have the option to get the 2-1. But like I said, very confident in the team. I'm not going to give you anything else but a 2-0. They may well get one, with their flexibility, but just going to go full team confidence. Just give us a clean 2-0. Let's get it done.
Yeah, I think that's definitely their win condition, is to use that flexibility in the draft and try to develop a big advantage there, because I think that is like where they might be the strongest team in the entire Umber and Silver Gold when it comes to just what they can play and what they can pull out, where they can switch different roles and stuff. So that's definitely a hard task to tackle and prepare for. But I mean, like you said, just kind of try to just play your own game. Don't worry about, don't try to psych yourself out too much with what they're going to do. So, all right, guys. Well, anything you guys would like to add before we wrap up this video? I do have actually one more question, but go ahead and give us any final statements before I ask you the last question, which is basically a very simple one.
Final statement I'd say is good luck to all the teams going into playoffs. I look forward to playing each and every one that we face along the way. I'm hoping that we're very confident we're going to get through this weekend here. Best of luck to KWB. And may the best team win. We'll see you all on the Rift.
Good luck to KWB. I can't wait to play you guys. It's going to be a fun match. It always is. And good luck to all the other teams in playoffs. I have my personal favorites, but you guys know who I'm rooting for personally. Those of you know. So just good luck to everybody and have fun. Try not to take it too seriously.
Well, you're going to be cutthroat. It's all competition here from me. I'm just kidding. But anyway, so the final question I did have for you guys to follow up on your final statements is just, where do you see your team finishing in the playoffs? Do you guys, because I know most people have a simple answer, and I have gotten that for the majority of, we're first, which is totally fine. Have that optimism, have that confidence, because that's, I think, what you should honestly have. But I asked just to get everybody's kind of final projection for their own team, because it's just going to be good to look back on it and be like, they thought they were going to be first. No, I'm just kidding. It's just a little bit of flame for the rest of the league, basically.
Definitely. I'm sure you got a lot of people saying they're going to be first. We'll have to throw ourselves into that one, of course. My invisible duo trophy I'm holding up right here. So
we'll edit it in. It's fine.
Yeah, just thank you. Yeah, so that's what we're going for. That's what we came here for. It was start of the season wasn't just. We want to have a good time, but everyone came here to win, and now we're in the position to do that. We're in the playoffs, so let's get it done.
Mother, are you gonna say you guys are gonna get fourth?
Okay. No. I'm gonna have to go with Robo over here. I am bribing my team with everything possible. I've offered shirts, hoodies, art, shirts, and I think I've got some people who want some of the rewards that I've offered for winning. So they've been told that if they get the dub, incentivize your players, man. You got to. So I think we've got some good fires lit under some players. So I think we got this.
I'm sure Fridge really wants that shirt. I definitely see it. I'm sure he would bellow a lot for that one. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for taking your time to join me. This has been Rutledge with the Sad Bois hype video. Hopefully you guys check out their game against Killer Whale Brigades. What day is that, if someone could update me?
It is Saturday, or no, not Saturday. Saturday's my birthday. It is Sunday, April 28th at 3 p.m. EST.
I believe so, or right around that area. Was it 4 or 3?
Yeah,
Trying to think.
don't worry
It
about the
doesn't
details.
matter.
Make sure you check
Right.
out the Discord, and you can get exactly what time they're playing through the announcements and through the different schedule postings that we have through there. So definitely make sure to check out their game against Killer Whale Games. It should be a good one. All the Iron, Bronze, Silver, Gold, Iron, Bronze, Silver, Gold games should be good ones. Yeah, make sure you guys check it out. Hopefully they pull out the dub as far as I'm concerned. And hopefully, if you're a fan of theirs, you come and support them, so, and earn those duo bucks as well. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I'll catch you guys in the next team video.